Welcome back to River University. I'm Dave Larson, your poker coach and math teacher. In a previous episode with my friend Chris, I talked about counting outs and using those outs to decide if you have the right odds to draw. If you missed my video with Chris, there's a link in the description below. Watch that first and then come back, otherwise this video isn't going to make too much sense. So I left the episode with a few homework questions that modify the situation slightly so you can practice before you get back to the table, and you'll be faster and more efficient at making those kinds of decisions. So before I get into the specific questions, I just want to quickly review the overall strategy. When you think you're behind, the first thing you do is you count your outs. Which cards will make you improve to a better hand, and how many are there? Number 2, convert your outs into odds. Then multiply the bet size by your odds to improve. Compare that to the size of the pot. When the pot offers you more than that number, then it's a good call. And when it's less than that number, you're not getting the right price and you should fold. Question 1. What if villain had 5,000 left instead of 500? Should he still call with pocket queens? If you remember in this situation, I thought I was all in, but I miscounted by a single chip. And the villain, after seeing my hand and seeing that he only had one out, decided to fold, even though he was getting a ridiculously good price. Well, if I change it to 5,000, his price isn't nearly as good as it was before. If you count his outs, he's only got one out. I have a queen, he's got 2 queens, and he can only beat me with 3 queens. So of the 45 cards that are left, there's only 1 queen, so the odds are 44-1 against. But since he's on the flop, he's going to get 2 chances. So I'm going to say he's got 44-2 or 22-1 against. When I bet 5,000, the pot will now be 48,000. He's getting 22-1, so we multiply my 5,000 bet by 22,000, that's 110,000. Now, over 110,000, it would be a profitable call. At 110,000, it would be a break-even call. 110,000 is more than the 48,000 offered in the pot. So in this case, he's not getting the right price, and the opponent should fold. Question 2. What if hero bets 5,000, but the flop is instead ace of hearts, 6 of hearts, 9 of diamonds? Which hand should villain call? Remember, I still have ace-queen offsuit, and the pot was 43,000. I bet 5,000, so the pot is going to be 48,000, and the villain has to decide whether or not he's getting the right price to call. In the first example, 10-9 of clubs, villain has got a pair of 9s. I've got a pair of aces. He needs to make 2 pair or 3 of a kind to beat me. There's 2 more 9s and 3 more 10s, so that's a total of 5 outs. To convert those to odds, we'll take 45 cards left in the deck, minus the 5 outs that he needs. There's 40 cards that are not out, so there's 40 bad cards and 5 good cards, so 40-5 or 8-1. However, since it's on the flop, he gets both the turn and the river to improve, so its odds are 4-1. Next, we take the 4 times the bet of 5,000. 4 times 5,000 is 20,000. The pot is 48,000. We're getting way more than 20,000, so we should call if we have 10-9 of clubs. Second question, 6-5 of spades. So here, a villain's got bottom pair, but it's essentially the same situation because he can improve by hitting another 6 or another 5, so he still has 5 outs. He still has 4-1, and it is still a call. Question 3. This time, villain's got ace-10 of diamonds. We both have top pair, so hitting an ace isn't going to help him. He can only hit a 10. There are 3 10s left in the deck, so he has 3 outs. Although he does have a little bit of extra help if he gets 2 diamonds in a row, but for the purpose of this question, we'll not consider that situation. So 45 minus 3 is 42. 42 to 3 is 14-1. But we get 2 chances, so we'll cut that in half. 7-1 are his odds. So now take 7 times the 5,000. Bet is 35,000. Anything over 35,000 is a profitable call. The pot's now 48,000, so even with only 3 outs, it is a profitable call. Question 4, King, Queen of Hearts. Here, the opponent has a flush draw. We know where 4 of the hearts are. There's 2 on the board and 2 in villain's hand. So there's 9 other hearts left, and there are 9 total outs. So now we'll subtract from 45. That's 36. 36 to 9 is 4-1. Again, we cut it in half because we get 2 chances. So that's 2-1. That means anything over 10,000 is a profitable call, and the pot is way more than 10,000. This is a really easy call. Then 10-8 of hearts. Again, we have a flush draw, but in this case, we also have an inside straight draw. A 7 will make a 10 high straight. So in addition to those 9 hearts, there are 3 7s that aren't hearts. You can say there's 4 sevens, but one of them we already counted in the flush draw, so there's a total of 12 outs. Converting 12 outs to odds, 45 minus 12 is 33. So 33 to 12 reduced by 3, that's 11 to 4. Now we're going to double it because we get 2 chances. It's 11 to 8. That is 1.375, 1 and 3 ace, like almost 1.5 to 1. Anyway, it's way more outs than anyone else, and 3 outs was a call, so this is easily a call. One of the things to notice here is that when the bet size is small in relation to the pot, and you don't have any risk of future bets that you have to call, there's a lot of hands you can call profitably. Even if you only have 3 outs, a 5,000 bet into a 48,000 pot, it's a pretty small bet, and so you are justified in making a call. If you want to see future videos, subscribe to my channel. If you still have questions, you can put them in the comments and I'll reply. If there are things you'd like me to talk about in future videos, you can find me on Twitter and send me a message there, or you can put them in the comments here. Until then, I hope you all run well. Hope to see you soon.